Okay guys, for the second part of the video we're going to talk about the Warriors. We're not only going to talk about the changes that came with Resurgence, with Muradin, and also with the changes that we saw for Chen, but also of course about Thrall, and Lowell is going to tell us all about the Lowell build for Thrall. He tried to coin one, and we're going to talk about that later and see if it's really as original as he thinks it is. For now, let's maybe talk about like one of the most important changes to the games first with the beta Lowell, the removal of Resurgence. Like, how hard did that hit the Warriors, and do you think that this was a good change?
So first, thanks for having me, and
yeah,
do
welcome.
I think it's a good change?
Sorry. What a bad host. Unbelievable.
Do I think it's a good change? Overall for the game, yeah, sure, because like Resurgence, like especially Resurgence stacking was, I don't know, like it required absolutely nothing from you to actually make it work. Like you could just, oh, so we have 4 Resurgences, let's just like completely dive into them. If like we lose 4 and still kill 2, still worth it, you know? So like that kind of play I think was just bad, so I'm glad it's gone. I'm a bit scared in a way because like now it really opens triple, like not opens but improves triple range DPS comps, which were already very good. Like just for the fact that, well, if you kill a tank, he's gone now, like no coming back, and that's like pretty huge improvement for those comps. So they're probably going to be like key for the next coming weeks at least. Or maybe triple melee DPS, like because Thrall might have opened that as well, but like at least more DPS is going to be better now probably. Which overall I think is good, but we'll see. Too early to say. And yeah, otherwise like I don't know, it's great that that thing is gone because like it makes the game like so much more healthy.
What do you think about the level 20 talents for the heroes now? Most of the time you saw the tanks pick Resurgence because there was just no need to take anything else. Now suddenly Resurgence is gone and people need to start thinking about, okay, what am I going to do when I'm level 20? And that becomes, I feel, a bit of a problem. Looking at Arthas, for example, like the 20 talent for his Army of the Dead is something that most people don't really like. And I've even heard people now saying that Syndragosa might become a talent that is maybe something you should pick for a hero like Arthas, especially if you don't run him in a if you run him in a double warrior comp. Do you think that's really going to become a thing, or how do you think warriors are going to deal with this now?
I think warriors are going to be on a weird spot for a bit because like as you saw like with the heroes they reworked this patch, like they're adding like completely different talents that are not talents of the storm or related to ults at level 20. And well, I think it's a pretty okay guess to say that like every hero is going to have those, and well, for now only 3 of them do. So, well, like every other hero is going to be like in that weird spot for a bit, and tanks are no exception. But yeah, for a bit it might open some weird / funny things like Syndragosa, the improved one, and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see about that, but sure.
Okay. Let's talk a little about Chen and Muradin first before we jump into Thrall. Chen, for example, now the delay on his heroic ability, is that completely going to take out Chen as the lead warrior that we had for the past few weeks?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not the lead warrior now, like just for one reason, like if enemy team has too much CC, I mean, it's really going to hurt him because one of those stupidly strong things on Chen was you could just dive like into them, do your damage, like bait ultimates onto you, and during cast time of said ultimates, like fasted ultimate, stuff like that, you could just press R and boom, like nothing happened. Now it's, well, much more complicated because 1, you can be interrupted, 2, it has that cast time during which like you can actually be hit, and yeah, that makes it much harder. Like you cannot first pick him or pick him like in the first row of picks anymore, I think, because like enemies could just like take like 5 CC characters and here goes Chen, right?
Okay, so you think that Chen will still be played? Will like the Chen players start to learn a bit how to deal with that new change, or do you think that he's really so bad right now just because of this that we won't see him in action a lot more?
He will be played. It will be played for sure.
Okay.
Just not every game, probably.
Maybe talking about another character here. Let's talk a little bit about Muradin, a character that was already played quite a lot in the last patch. Now he's seen some changes. What do you think about that?
The change on his E, like the extra range, is amazing. Like, I remember, like after a couple games with Fred was saying it's not life changing for the first 5 minutes, and then like it's much more than life changing. It's just so good. Like it opens like a million body blocks. It like saves your ass even more than that. I don't know. It's just so good. On the other end, is like bug on his early HP regen got fixed. Sincerely, I don't think it's going to impact much. Like it just means in kind of harder matchups you cannot go, I don't know, there's no other way to say it, like full retard under his tower at level 2 and auto attack the towers and be okay with it, because
So
like
that means the well-met is not going to pick him anymore?
I have no idea. But I think every team is going to pick him. I still think is one of, if not like at least one of the 2 best tanks in the game. So like that bug fix doesn't change anything. It just means like either way, like even be it now or before, like what happened with Muradin is you go for that trade, you win or lose a trade, but if you lose it, it doesn't matter. You just get behind doors or behind creep waves for like 20 seconds, and boom, you're back to full. That's still going to happen because like of his passive, so no difference.
Who do you think is from, let's disregard Thrall for a second and just like focus on the warriors that we had so far in the game already. Given the changes to Chen, to Muradin, and the lack of resurgence now, who would you say is the top pick for warriors now?
I cannot give one. Stitch is Muradin.
Stitch is Muradin?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, talking about like those, let's probably dive into what most people are really interested in. Let's talk a bit about the new hero. Let's talk a bit about Thrall. What do you think about what do you think about Thrall, and how do you think he needs to be played? What kind of role does he fill in the game? And, what would be the best way to really deal with him?
What role does he not fill in the game? Is a better question right now. So Thrall, aka the War Chief, aka Green Jesus, like all that is true. Everything is true. Like at BlizzCon when I first played him, well, after 10 minutes of game you get like that god complex, and then you look at community managers and you're like, hey, no way it's going to ship like that, right? They're like, no way, no way. Like everyone knows it's broken as and stuff. And probably they did tweak the numbers a bit, but well, I feel no difference. I just don't see the difference. Like, yeah, probably still it was nerfed a bit because at BlizzCon I could literally run 1v4 and kill them all. And right now I need
3
a support
is the limit.
to that. Alone, I would say 3 is the limit. Yeah, with 2, well, 5 is the limit. But I mean, so to talk about Thrall, like I don't know, he's just ridiculously good. His self-healing is crazy. His damage is crazy. His root is really good.
I mean, we've sat together in TeamSpeak already and talked a little bit about him, and right now it feels like the way to go for him is really cooldown reduction and just like go full win shear and make sure that you get those stacks for the self-healing. Do you still stick with that? Is there something that you changed with that build, with the battle momentum that we have on 7, and then the talent where the Frostwolves give you the extra stacks on the healer, or what would you right now really do with him?
So right now, like, and I think, like, I don't think it's anything that innovative or anything. I believe like every Thrall player
the
like,
Lowell build.
There are 2 games, but like you just pick basically everything Wind Fury, right? You pick Wind Fury cooldown reduction at 1, well, Envenom at 4 because Envenom. I wish that talent disappeared, by the way.
Why is that?
I think like all those shared talents, Envenom, Blood for Blood, all that. I don't know. I just don't like them personally. I don't think they bring depth to the game. They just bring extra numbers, and I don't know. I don't like that.
Okay.
So you pick Envenom at 4. At 7, I'm going for Battle Momentum because like every hit of Wind Fury counts as an auto attack. So like 3 times Battle Momentum proc, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
At 10, probably both ultimates are viable. Like right now, I'm just playing with Sundering because I don't know, it's broken. 70-second cooldown without Battle Momentum, you bring it down to like I don't know 50 maybe. Huge range, 1.5 second stun. The displacement on it is huge. Like you split entire teams like really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for now I'm playing with that. But like the other one, Earthquake, might be super interesting for like doing full executioner comps.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you're in there, you're done. Right? You're going to stay slowed. And I don't know, like just a siege tank with executioner could be like boom, boom, boom.
You're not thinking down the right alley, my friend. You need to go Thrall Gazlowe. No, Gazlowe. Gravel bomb. There's no escaping it anymore.
Yeah, that too.
I'm more trolling, but I would love to see that, like seeing an Earthquake into like Gazlowe suddenly becoming viable again, and there he is, perm stun on the entire team because you can't run out of the gravel bomb radius any longer.
We can like have a word about Gazlowe after Thrall if you want, because I believe he might be viable again and not because of gravel. But yeah, then at 13 13 is like the god talent choice for Thrall because everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you choose to keep going full Wind Fury, you get Grace of Air or something like that. I mean the Wind Fury talent that procs twice as many stacks of your passive with Wind Fury. Which means like at 16 with another talent that we're going to pick, like you just press Wind Fury once, you heal yourself twice, like it procs 2 times. It's crazy. So either that or Spell Shield if they have huge burst. Like Spell Shield on him is a huge mistake. They need to take that away, because yeah, damage mitigation on something with so much self healing. It's just a very, very bad idea. Like, he's not supposed to be a tank. He's a melee assassin. Like, don't. So yeah,
like just don't.
Yeah, one of those two for sure. Because like Giant Killer could be good, but you already have so much damage that, yeah, not really. And then at 16 you have that. Like when you get to 16, most of the time you're like, well, there's blood for blood, so here we go, blood for blood, because that talent's OP. But with him, there's something even better, and that says a lot. There's like the second talent makes your Wind Fury proc 5 times instead of 3 times. Like last strike, it's 3 times for 75% damage each of those. So that means like at 16, your Wind Fury hits 5 times. Your Wind Fury heals you 2 times if you took like the extra passive at 13. So at 16, if you pick those 2 talents, Wind Fury does 1300 damage and heals for 1200. Like a bit more than that, 1250 and 1319. Like it's out of this world, you know. Like you're like.
It sounds like you're having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I am, dude. Like you have no idea. I'm pretty sure you can be horrible at any kind of game. You're like, you install this game, you play Thrall, you feel so good about yourself. Yeah, there's no words. And so at 20, like you get either the Blink, because Blink, or if you play with Earthquake, probably the improved Earthquake can be very good.
Well, basically from what you've been saying, when you hit level 20, you already made a mistake because the game is not supposed to go that long with Thrall, right?
Depends on the map, man, because like right now the maps drag for so long, and you can get 20 so early, but, well, when you get 20, the enemy should be like 16, so it's okay, I guess.
Okay. Well, you mentioned maps, so that's actually a very nice cue for us, because I wanted to talk to you also a bit about the new map, about Sky Temple. What are your initial thoughts about the map, and do you think it is a good and balanced map that you would like to play in tournaments, or is it something that you think should not be in the position?
Competitive aspect, too early to say, really. Like, the map is a lot of fun. I really, really think it's good. But it's chaotic. Like, 3 shrines, multiple activation possible at the same time, it feels like too much. Like too much can happen. Like if you get double shrine proc like on the first activation, uh, well, if you had an early game comp, you already won the game. Like you just need to hold 2 shrines for a bit, or just even 1 shrine. Like it blows up the doors and towers in like, I don't know, 20 seconds, maybe. So I don't know. It's just early game comps seem very, very good for that map.
Okay.
That's for sure, at least. And then I don't know. I think it would be better if like 2 shrines could not activate at the same time. Then again, it's very, very early to talk about it. I think didn't play enough. The boss kind of thing is really cool. Like instead of a root, it gets like a small tornado that goes around and knockbacks people. I'm not sure how balanced or how good or bad it could be for competitive play, but just for normal play, it brings like a new mechanic. So I think it's good, and time will tell how competitive or not it is. But for now, like, at least the map's really enjoyable, and yeah. Like, they even made a small video at the beginning, like, for the first time you play it, so that players are not completely surprised by what's going to happen. So that as well was well thought by them, I think.
Okay. Yeah, well, before we like finish things out, you already mentioned Gazlo, the Goblin Tinker. Why do you think that he's suddenly viable? The new ultimate?
It's not even like suddenly viable or something, but like the permanent Robo-Goblin thing, well, it's good to push, but like it also means that like the level 20 upgrade before like increased damage on heroes by 130%. Right now it got like, it's not in the patch, but it got buffed to the exact same number it does on turrets, so 150%. So like at 20 is eating for 520 every, and he has 1.25 attacks per second, which is like super fast. He can have sprint, he can have stone skin, he has the turrets, like which can slow. He has the bombs, like to like basically lock a zone in a team fight. All of that, I don't know, it might take a bit of practice and maybe think about comps and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure in a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, he's going to be seen as a competitive melee, man. Like, for sure. Because, like, games draw on, like, most games go to level 20 now.
Okay.
And, yeah, like, at 20, it seems really good. Now the question is, how good can you make it be until then? Like, will you be able to split push enough with Robo-Goblin and stuff? Not sure yet. We'll have to try, but I'm pretty sure it can be very good.
Sounds like fun, and I guess the next weeks are gonna show how beta is gonna affect the play. Lowell, thank you very much for being on the show. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun at Fnatic, also with the new beta, and I guess I see you soon in the next coming tournaments.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Bye bye.